So the next thing I'm going to go over is a book, just a short book. It's going to be quick. It's how to improve your speaking ability as a public speaker or a communicator in general. It's called TED Talks. I'm sure you've heard of them, especially for those who've just graduated high school recently, or those who have even kind of been interested in these. It's called TED Talks, the official TED Guide to Public Speaking. It's written by the head of TED, Chris Anderson. In this book, I have a few notes written down here, and I'm going to go off the rest in my head. He has... Okay. The first and most important thing, I think, in my opinion, this is different, maybe different for him and different for other people, but I think the most important thing when making a speech is to be passionate about what you're speaking about, like I'm doing now. I love seeing people improve themselves. I love improving myself. As you guys can see here, this is just a little bit. I love reading, and reading is the best way to improve yourself besides taking effect and making it happen. So, I advocate big on reading. Self-help books help a lot, as they should. They're self-help. Okay, this is stuff like How to Win Friends and Influence People, which I've gone over countless times at this point. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, TED Talks. I don't know if this would qualify. 3 Things Successful People Do by John C. Maxwell. He's got like 16 other books, small books like that. I don't have any more. Just all kinds of books, okay? This is the kind of stuff I like to talk about. Now, if you're going to give speeches about anything, especially if you're passionate about it, make it something worthwhile for them to listen to. Don't make it about something that you're looking to take something away from. Don't give it with the intent to get something from them. Give the speech, as Chris Anderson wrote in his book TED Talks, give the speech with the motivation to give something to the audience that they can take away and use in their future endeavors. Whether it's a lesson, a lifestyle, a habit. There's this guy on TED, he gave a TEDx talk. He found out about this, excuse me, he found out about this this lifestyle called minimalism. I'll explain it here in a brief summary. He put everything he owned in a box. His refrigerator, or boxes I should say. Refrigerator, couch, furniture, books, silverware, I don't know, pets, bed, food, freezer food in boxes. If he didn't eat, he just throw it out. But everything he used within, I think it was like 3 months, or 2 months, or a month or something, he would take out of the box and keep it out of the box. Everything else, he would just flip it away, throw it away, donate it, sell it, whatever. Now, he had all this stuff in a massive house. This guy had been working in business for a little bit, and he finally discovered something to help him with time management and space considerations and all this different stuff. But he had a massive house. And he emptied it, I think he said, like 3 or 4 bedrooms worth of stuff. So it was that, and how it changed his life and made it better for him and for his family, made him a lot healthier and gave him more room to invest himself, his kids, and his wife. And I'm trying to think of another one. What are you guys saying? Now, I couldn't think of any other ones right off that topic. Don't drag about your successes. Sure, you may be doing fantastic in a business plan or in a business or your company, or you're just maybe excelling in life at that moment, but don't brag about it. Give consideration to it. No, I mean, make it apparent to those who are listening that you're doing well, and then tell them why you're doing well, and then they can take that concept or take that why you're doing well and then implement it to their life. Like, say you developed a habit and it's done really well for, I don't know, this one guy woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning. I didn't watch that sucker all the way through, not even gonna lie, because frankly I'm not that interested in it at that point, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. He was a foreign fella. But he woke up at 4 o'clock every morning. Every single morning. I mean, every morning. Monday through Sunday. 4 o'clock. That sounds awful. That sounds treacherous. That sounds so demanding. I don't know anybody who is sane would want to do that, except maybe that guy. Unless you're like a Navy SEAL or something, you gotta go up and run. I don't know. Shit. I can see the benefits of it, because if you get up at 4 o'clock every single morning, you're going to see the sunrise every single morning. And have you ever set out early in the morning and watch the sunrise? I used to go for runs early in the morning when I was boxing in high school and ready for the Navy SEAL PSTs and everything, when I was looking at doing that. And I would go out like 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, run like 5 miles. One week I counted. I didn't realize how many miles I was running. I was running 70 miles a week, but every morning I was out running and running and running, and I realized it's dark out. Now I realize this now, so I realized it was dark out. And then when I get back, the sun's up. Or starting to come up. So I'd sit on my porch for like another 15 minutes and just watch the sunrise. You feel rejuvenated. I mean, you feel reborn when that happens. When you watch the sunrise, it's a beautiful thing. So I can see why he would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Besides that, if you get a workout too, a good one, and a fantastic breakfast, say your schedule's crunched, you get a good breakfast, good workout, you spent a little bit of time with your kids, get them up a little bit earlier, so like 5:30 or something, you feel good for the rest of the day. See? Share something that changes your life, and then implement that to where, not implement it, but share it to others of how it can change theirs. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just going to tell you what I know about speaking. Speaking is a very personal thing to do, in general. Obviously you're doing it with somebody else or a group. But whatever the situation or circumstance, you have to remain professional sometimes with it. And you have to use the right words. That's one other big thing in his book, is that the right words are more important than how you use them. Okay? Because if you don't have the right words, the communication is scrubbed. It doesn't come across clearly. So figuring out how to phrase everything makes a huge difference. Another thing is vocal tone and facial features. Right now, I probably sound really angry and probably look it too. This is something I'm very serious about. But sometimes you just gotta lighten up and just let it go. Maybe it's a semi-serious or confusing topic. You just don't know how to say something. you're just downright sad. And you gotta, when you're talking about it, you get that real emotional tremble in your voice, like that. Get those eyebrows going too. See, using your voice and facial features and everything else like that, it makes a humongous difference in your speech and whether something's going to be influential or not. Another thing is gestures. If you're closed up like this, or just crossing your arms, kind of looking away, what's that tell you? Depends on the situation. That tells me either if I'm asking if you took something, or you're denying something, you're like this, you're probably lying. Actually, I know for a fact that you're lying. So you don't make eye contact, your feet are crossed and you're hunched back. Or if you're open, or in a very laid back position with your feet out and your legs open or whatever, you're really relaxed and you're very comfortable with the situation and the person you're around. Or if your hands are down to your sides in a fist, you're probably angry. Or you're serious about something, so you're doing it like, no, or I don't know. Hey, Chris, thanks for coming on for a minute. I'm almost done here, but I appreciate you coming on. How's your workout deal going? Do what you're saying. Another thing is using your body position. If you're talking about something real sad, you're probably going to make small, subtle steps, or something just kind of comfortable in conversation. Or if you're getting angry, like if you ever seen the comedian Dane Cook, he's got a lot of energy, okay? He's a very risque comedian. I don't know how far this pan of view can go. Sounds good, man. I'll throw it on here on Facebook. Could you, by chance, share it? Let's kind of point this deal down a little bit. Excuse my vacuum mess. I apologize. Try to get this lined up right and then back it up. Can you see me very well? Can you see me very well? And can you hear me back there? So if you have something, text. Got someone trying to find my video thing. So if you got something really exciting about, I don't know how far, I'll just step right here. Can you see me here? I'm going to stand here, I'm going to walk back behind the camera with my phone so I can see what you're saying. Tell me if you can see my feet and me, myself here. Right there. I guess no one's watching now. I'm just going to assume you can. So if you got something really exciting about, just be like, you know what? Man, something happened. It's just fantastic. You can see how different this is because they're really excited, just going everywhere. You ever seen a really excited person at like a mall, or they just won a contest? They're all over the place. You can see a humongous difference right there. See what I mean? I don't know how high that is. That's really high. they're just kind of all over the place, you know? So, I'm trying to think. Another big thing is if you're giving a speech and you're meant to kind of influence everybody in the room, or you're really getting at one specific person, especially in like a work scenario, work situation where somebody's at fault, and you're trying not to point them out, or you're trying to point them out, of course, eye contact. I can't see crap now. Eye contact is a huge thing. If you're trying to get the point across to every single person in the room, like I've been looking at this camera or the iPhone this entire time to communicate what I'm saying more effectively to everybody that's watching. That makes a tremendous difference with how to persuade people. Versus if there's multiple people, you want to look around. And I'll give you a great example. When I'm running emergent in the ambulance, and I stop at a red light before I go through it, I look at every single driver in the front row of each lane around me before I proceed. That way, I know my message telling them or asking them to stop, because lights and sirens does not mean you have to stop, it's merely asking permission to go. They see that I'm asking them, hey, can I go through? I'm looking at you, or I'm looking at you, all the way around, and they see exactly what I'm talking about. Because I need to go through the intersection right now, but I want to make sure everybody's stopped and not moving before I go, because I don't want to get hurt, I don't want to get my partner hurt, or anybody else hurt around me, in other cars for that matter. So you can see how eye contact, or simply looking in the direction of someone you know is out there, makes a huge difference. So, that's all I got tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is a lot shorter than it was before, and I look forward to doing this again. Next time, I'm not sure what it'll be about. I'm going to read a little bit more about a few more books and see what I can pull up. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic night.